structure, and from there I will introduce you, then I will take it forward.
इस आभासी मंच पे जुड़े हुए सभी आदरणीय वाइस चांसलर्स, कुलपति महोदय और बाकी जो साथीगण हैं, पिछले कई बैठकों में हम लोगों ने चर्चा की है किस प्रकार से हम जो अलग अलग तरीके के अलग अलग विषयों के जो पाठ्य पुस्तकें हैं उनको भारतीय भाषाओं में लेकर के आएँ, और उसके लिए एक बहुत ही सशक्त माध्यम जो है वो है हमारा अनुवादनी टूल। तो अनुवादनी टूल से जो एक प्रथम चरण का जो अनुवाद करना है और उसकी क्या प्रक्रिया होगी, उसकी क्या विशेषताएं हैं, इसके ऊपर हमने आज उस टूल के निर्माता या उस टूल के जो पूरे कंस्ट्रक्टर हैं डॉक्टर बुद्धा चंद्रशेखर जी जो AICTE से हैं, उनको आमंत्रित किया है। तो पूरी समिति की तरफ से एक बार सबसे पहले हम उनका आभार प्रकट करते हैं कि उन्होंने इस बैठक में अनुवादनी टूल को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए अपनी सहमति दी, और हम सब के लिए भी एक मौका है कि इसके माध्यम से जब हम अपने हायर एजुकेशन के लिए पुस्तकों के निर्माण की तरफ बढ़ेंगे उनके लेखन को लेकर के, तो इस टूल का उपयोग हम बेहतर तरीके से कर पाएंगे। तो इसलिए बिना समय लेते हुए मैं आदरणीय बुद्धा चंद्रशेखर जी को बुलाता हूँ, हमारे जो समिति के अध्यक्ष हैं नागेश्वर राव सर की अनुमति से, कि आप आएँ और उनका प्रस्तुति करें। बुद्धा जी, आप शुरू कीजिए।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for giving this opportunity. As you know, there are a lot of couple of translation tools available, like example Google Translation. When you try to put a document there, they basically send that document to one copy to FBI and one copy to US government, and they crawl all that information. Let's say one of you are filing a patent. So before filing a patent, you know, your information is already gone if you put it for a translation. So basically there are a lot of laws, and there is no Make in India tool which is very efficient in nature. So keeping all this in mind, and mainly on 2015, Honorable Prime Minister Ji expressed his desire, saying that, you know, we need our own Make in India translation tool, so that where we can translate all engineering and medical books into Indian languages, so that it will be very useful for us, mainly from the students from remote village areas as well as tribal areas. So keeping that in mind, after I joined, we have created our own Make in India translation tool. But we started with the text based, so it basically does a text to text on the initial level. Then we understood most of the books, engineering books or any book, you know, it is a document in nature, which means, you know, it includes the text, images and formatting. And formatting a document itself is very, very difficult. So that's where we have created this tool in a way that it does an entire document to document translation like a Xerox machine. So let's say you have an English document, you want to translate that into Hindi. So exactly आपका document कैसे ऐसे एक Xerox copy मिल जाए आप. So we including the font type, font faces, alignment, table, special characters, everything as it is. So slowly we are able to do that. Then we realized that lot of PowerPoint presentations are there. So along with the MS Word, PDF, we started doing PowerPoint presentation translations also, so that, you know, people can do PowerPoint presentations in various Indian languages. Then slowly we move towards video format and image format. Let's say you have an image. On that image you have a text in English. So you want to translate that into Indian language and stick it back to the same location. So the beauty of our tool is it not only translates, it sticks back to the same location as it is. So that's the beauty of this tool. And the final one is the video format. There are a lot of YouTube videos which are very, very useful for our students as well as for our people. So what we did was we basically started taking YouTube videos as an input and started translating that into Indian languages and sticks back to the same location exactly as it is. So that's another thing what we did. But then when we started demonstrating this, lot of people told us that in most of the government ministries, there they have a target audience who can't read or write. So how they can fill a government forms, how they can interact with the government services. So that's where we have created a beautiful multilingual form filling where an uneducated person can fill a form using his voice. So I would like to demonstrate that also with permission of everyone. And we have a lot of other interesting tools which I would like to present. So these are the various, core functionalities: text to text, speech to speech, image to text, document translation, etc. And these are the couple of stakeholders already using, and I'm so happy to say that the entire skill ministry, all their 125 trades of almost now it became more than 2000 books are getting translated using these Amrit 2.0 documents. Swachh Bharat, Ministry of Cooperation, Ministry of Culture, Uttar Pradesh government recently they did a UP investors meeting. All of them used our tool and translated. And it's a very beautiful translation tool. And this is one slide, then I will go straight away go to the demonstration. So this not only has Indian languages we have Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Gujarati, Odia, Kannada, Marathi, Malayalam, Bangla, Assami, Punjab, Urdu, Nepali, and various other languages. Along with that, we have foreign languages also. This was a request from UP state government. Then current chief secretaries have requested us, as they received investments from various countries. So those documents they received in different languages. So they have used our Anuvadini tool to translate all that and reply back to them. So example, the officer in UP, they used to write in Hindi and translate that into Russian, Spanish, Chinese or French, Arabic, Portuguese, German, Japanese, Korean, Italian, Turkish, etc. language, and they sent it back. So along with that, you may ask, what is another biggest fundamental difference is that this tool has a capability of accommodating mathematical formulas, scientific formulas, etc. And this has a very big POC revision. If some translator is willing to translate, we have that module ready, we have a POC translation. You can save this as a draft. You can add any kind of a mathematical, scientific or chemical formulas, and you can save this as an audio book. You can send it for a validation, and validator can look into it. He can request for changes. So this is not only a translation tool, this has an end-to-end administration module also along with that, where you can assign a translator, etc., which I will demonstrate in further slides. So where all we can use it, in not only in education, in business, in railway stations, in healthcare, security, police, hotel and tourism, media, transportation services, airport, etc. So I will quickly show you one sample document so that you can understand, the power of this tool. Example, this is one of the document which we received from Andhra government. So if you see this document, right, it has a lot of tables attached to it, and very huge big tables. It has bulleted points. It has some text is in bold, some in center line, and some, if you see, a beautiful image. And if you see, this image is center aligned, and there is a text below in a different color, and this text is in a different font face altogether, and 4 images come together. So this is a document what we received, and we translated this document in I will show you in Telugu and Tamil, and one I will do it in, so that you can see it. So we have translated the document using our tool. So if you see, right, so this exactly like a Xerox copy, you will get it on your site. So example, if you see, right, this is the most technical thing to extract the data on the top of the table structure. Okay, so this tool, our own Make in India Anuvadini tool, has all these capabilities. And if you remember, there are a couple of bullet points there, so it exactly replicates the bulleted points, and then it has the capability of taking the images exactly same and increases the overall opacity of the image. And if you remember, this is a center line and this is in a different font face. So everything like a Xerox copy you will get. I will just show you the same in Odia also. This is the Odia version of the document. So that's the beauty of this tool. So I will do one document in front of you so that you can see. It's a big document. So as it's a deep learning tool, what we do basically, the deep learning tool doesn't have any user interface. So initially they used to send the document to us. So we used to translate this document and give it back. But slowly what happened, people started requesting, saying that, every time we are sending the document to you, it is becoming a little difficult. Is there any way you can create a placeholder, the API integration, so that we can do somewhere around 20 to 40 pages of document. So we said, okay, let's do it, and we have given that option. So I just show one document and I'll try to translate that document in front of you. So example, this is a document of Make in India. So I just taken a sample document about Make in India and what is Make in India is all about, and couple of photographs and centrally aligned bold text with underline and some image with the text on top of it. And there are a couple of formulas also we added just to demonstrate. So this is kind of a 22 pages document with 2151 words, and it's an English document. I will take this document, translate it to Hindi so that you all can read it. So in order to utilize this tool, all you need to do is just go to Google and search for Anuvadini. You will get it, or Anuvadini translation tool. You will come to this portal called anuvadini.acte-india.org. If you come little down, you will see various options. So one of the options is online document translate tool, including online editor. Please click on it. It opens up a new window, and very simple and easy to use tool. The default username password is available so that everyone can test it. We have opened it for 10,000 users. And here you can see it can take up to 20 pages, but sometimes it takes up to 40 pages. So let's say what all languages you can translate. As I mentioned, to Assami, Bengali, English, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Odia, Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Arabic, Chinese, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Persian, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Turkish, Urdu, Vietnamese, Thai, Hebrew, Swedish, Dutch, Nepali, and now we are working on Dogri and few other Indian language components. So let's say I have an English document I want to translate. So as I said, any Indian language to any Indian language. So here I am doing English to Hindi. So I will select Hindi on the destination. All I do is just to select upload button, click on upload button, and you can select the document. So I'm just selecting this Pradhan Mantriji's Make in India document. So once I select, it says you want to translate from English to Hindi. I say yes, please translate. So now what it is doing, it is interacting with my deep learning tool. Basically, when you do this on the deep learning tool level itself, so if you give 500 pages, within the minute you do like this, within a minute, it translates that document into 13 Indian languages. That fast. But as we are doing this on the online, there is a HTTP protocol has a limitation. It takes few seconds, but see, in front of your eyes, it translated the document from English to Hindi. So now if you come down, right, if you see, this is the English version, and this is the English version, and this is the Hindi version, translated version. So if you see, right, exactly just replicates. And as I mentioned earlier, it has a capability of translating the images also. And now I'm so happy to share that recently we even created a very much more advanced tools, where if you have a very small sticker size kind of a, stamp size kind of images also, if you have a text, we have a capability of extracting. That kind of a technological powerhouse our Ministry of Education became, and we have an in-house team, including myself, we all technologists, we created this very much more powerful tool, which can extract, not only extract, it sticks back to the same location. So if you see this tool, right, so the tool translated that entire English to Hindi. And then if you come down little, there are a couple of formulas. If you see, right, both look same. And another beauty of this particular thing, what Google doesn't have, is you can write a rule. Let's say you don't want the numbers to be changed. Example, there is a number here, right, 1 plus. So we have written a rule, don't change this 1, because 1 will, if you translate into Hindi, right, ek karke aana chahiye. So we have written a rule saying that please don't translate. So what happens is you can write a rules. There is a workflow also attached to it. So that what happens, it doesn't, translate few things if you don't want them to be translated. So that's the beauty of it. And let's say what all formats you can download. You can download this in a PDF version. This is a PDF version, or you can download this as a Word document. So I will just download it as a Word document, so that you can see that document and try to read it, because as it's very small here. I will just I will open this document in a bigger this thing so that you can see it. I mean, as I'm from Andhra, I can't read Hindi, so someone read it so that you please tell us, whether it's correct or not. Maybe I will put it some page. Yeah, I'm just going down, nothing like that. I will just make it little big so that you can read it. I have one of the Amar Ujala edited ma'am here. Ma'am, can you read it? You can't read it. It's okay, please read. I mean. So I hope you are able to hear, ma'am. So basically the thought process here is does extraordinary translation. But आपको लगा कि नहीं, I think there is something wrong. I want to correct. So we have created our own editor. We have like 4 different editors. I'm just showing this, but we have a very well advanced editor for translators. Who do a lot of 500 pages book translation. So let's say I just show this 20 pages translated here. Let's say I want to add something. Okay, all I do is I just come here, but instead of typing, now I will speak. Mera naam Buddha Chandrasekhar. So what happens? I don't need to type any language. If you are translating this to Telugu or Tamil or anything, the mic will automatically get set with your destination language. So when you speak, it types in that language. All you need to do is just copy and paste that into the editor. And now I just copy and paste it. You can highlight the color. You can change the font color. Example, I will just change it to red. I think for you maybe it is coming a little late for a second. So you can make it red, or you can put a format on the background. You can add anything. You can make it superscript, subscript. And if you see this image, right, I will show you the image. You can insert an image. And let's say this is an image. If you see the editor, the way we created, if you feel that this is little bigger, if you want to make it half, all you need to just click on this 50%, it will become half. And if you want to rotate right or left, it has every possible scenario in the world, we have created. But you thought, along with that, you want to insert a description below to that image. See the fun, you will get every possible scenario. Now I can insert some description to that image. Or, if I want to remove it, I can remove it. It has a Control Z, Control Z, every possible scenario. But I just want to show the formula editor also, because as as most of us are from education side, so I will show you the formula editor. So let's say I want to add a formula. So all you need to do is just click on this icon, and it will open up all formulas available in the world, right? From the mathematical, chemical, chemistry, everything we dumped it in one place. So from there, all you need to do is just pick it up and copy and paste it. Because I will show you one example. If I ask you to type this in Word, you can't even type this, right? So we have created an equivalent. So what happens? All you need to do is just go here to the editor. And just simply paste it, and done. You are ready. Your formula is ready. So you don't need to do any special. But let's say this is the formula you added, but someone said instead of A and J, you make it little big, and you make it instead of I and J, I want X and Y. So very simple. Any kind of a complex formula in your mathematical or chemical or any book, everything is available. But now someone asked, just to delete, you can delete it, you can do a undo, you can do a redo. If you want to create a table, you can create a table. I will just simply create a table and show you. Then I will move to the next one. So if I want to create a 4 by 3 table, I just created a table, without doing anything. But within that you want to split. Okay, you can split that particular cell. So you want to do a horizontal split or vertical split. Every possible scenario is available in this table. Now it split this into two smaller parts, and you can add, append anything you want. So beautiful tool we created. But sir, if you see, right, there is no save button. The beauty is everything is auto save. You don't need to worry, because what happens most of the times we forget to save. But here you don't need to worry. It automatically saves everything. And if you want to make it big, you can click on this, and you can make this entire thing very big, so that you can the visibility of this entire document will increase. And if you want to append a video, you can append a video to it. It has lot of other things. But I will show you one very interesting thing. Let's say ये India करके लिखा, but आपको लगा कि in this entire 500 pages document, this translated India to India, but you want Bharat Desh. So all you need to do is just select that particular word or a sentence and click find and replace. It automatically picks, and I don't type, I just speak Bharat Desh. Once you have that, all you need to do is, just remove this. Bharat Desh, Bharat Desh. Bharat Desh. When you do find and replace, right, everywhere that entire word in the document, everywhere it's changed. You don't need to do anything. The another thing what we did is, for every document, we have created a dictionary. Example, for if it's a law document, it picks up the law dictionary. If it's a chemistry book, then it picks up a chemistry dictionary. If it's a mathematical, it picks up a mathematical. If it's a general document, it picks up a general document dictionary. So we have all those ingredients in place in this particular thing. This is on the Word document cell. But let's say you have a PPT, a presentation file. Okay, so example, see one of the presentation file which we have received from Mission Karma Yogi Capacity Building Office. So they have given this PPT. Sir, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
It's visible.
So example, if you see here, right, they created a presentation, and see the complexity of this particular presentation PPT, and it has lot of animations also into it. And there are a couple of very nice 3D blocks, and there is some text on top of it. There is a background image, and see this, this is a very complex this thing, and this is again another very complex diagram, which lot of layers, etc. So now I will show you the same document translated in Hindi. We have to start from here. If you see, right, the beauty is, it not only, I will just put it in F5 mode so that you can see, it not only retains, translates, it puts the animations also on the same place. So, very powerful translation deep learning tool which we have created. So if you see, right, all this got translated into Hindi. I mean, if you remember this 2047 vision, and the background image, it changed everything, and this is the map what they have created, and all this got translated into it. So very beautiful tool, which we have created. It takes all these things, and now we have created image translator, because a lot of the foreign authors are not agreeing for the translation of the books into Indian language. They're asking a lot of money. So now we have created an extraordinary, our own OCRing process, where the student can just take a picture of that particular page, it translates into that respective language, and they can save it as a JPEG or a PDF. So this is one of the tools what we have. But I would like to show another very interesting tool what we created. So So this is again another very interesting tool. What we created was the YouTube. Let's say you have a YouTube video. It's in Hindi. So now see, the Honorable Prime Minister ji recently spoke about our internship portal in Hindi. Sir, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Are you able to hear Pradhan Mantri?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
केंद्र सरकार ने अपने युवाओं को आउटसाइड द क्लासरूम एक्सपोजर देने के लिए इंटर्नशिप और अप्रेंटिसशिप
So प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हिंदी में बात किया. He was talking about our national internship portal which we built. So now see, same thing, you know, you can hear this, you know, the technology what we built is it just replicates and puts back to the same location but in a different language. Example, this is in Bengali.
বন্ধুগণ আমরা দেখেছি যে অনেক দেশই কাজের ক্ষেত্রে শিক্ষার উপর বিশেষ জোর দেয় বছরের পর বছর ধরে কেন্দ্রীয় সরকার তার যুবকদের উদীয়মান
And
শ্রেণী
I will just update the Kannada also. Timagowda ji is there. So
ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಅನೇಕ ದೇಶಗಳು ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಕಲಿಕೆಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷ ಒತ್ತು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ 4 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರವು ತನ್ನ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಹೊರಾಂಗಣ ತರಗತಿಯ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಲು
So like that, you know, we have Malayalam, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. Why we did this? Because lot of research material is available in German, French and various other languages. So if our students wants to understand all that, you know, so we have a technological capability where we can translate the any other language files and the YouTube videos and stick back to the same location. I mean, you know, that's again very, very important. So we are able to stick it back to the same location. We have created that technology, So I would like to show another very interesting thing. Example, let's say, as I said, a lot of uneducated people in our country. Let's say one of the farmer, you know, and he wants to fill a bank loan application to a bank. You know, now it is becoming very difficult. So imagine someone from a small remote village area in Uttar Pradesh. So he wants to fill the form, but everything is in English, so that's the biggest problem. How an uneducated person fill the form? So I will demonstrate that to you. So imagine I'm an uneducated person, I know only Hindi, so I want to fill the form in Hindi, then I will do it in Telugu also, so that you know that it works in multiple languages. So first he will come to this page and he will try to listen.
বাংলায় চালিয়ে যেতে এই বোতামটি ক্লিক করুন
Click on me to continue in English. ગુજરાતીમાં ચાલુ રાખવા માટે આ બટન પર ક્લિક કરો. હિન્દી में जारी रखने के लिए इस
So I clicked on Hindi. Now it asks me what is my name, आपका नाम क्या है. So I will speak. You know, so now I
आपका
hear.
नाम क्या है?
तो मैं सुन लिया पहला बुद्धा चंद्रशेखर. तो देखिए
आपका वर्तमान
how
पता क्या
fast
है?
it picks me, and it asks the question so that I can hear. I don't need to read, you know, and I don't need to type also. I will speak. New Delhi.
अपना कौशल जोड़ें.
Software engineering.
अपने अनुभव का उल्लेख करें.
20 साल. So मैंने मेरा फॉर्म फिल कर लिया. देखिए मैं अनपढ़ आदमी हूँ एंड एक छोटा सा गांव से हूँ. सो मैंने मेरा फॉर्म फिल कर लिया, गवर्नमेंट का फॉर्म और कोई भी फॉर्म. एंड बट पर्सन लाइक मी, यू नो, फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया, आई डोंट रीड हिंदी. अब मैं क्या करूँ? तो वो भी मैं दिखाऊंगा. बट फर्स्ट आई विल, यू नो, जस्ट फॉर कंफर्मेशन.
आपका नाम क्या है?
So the person here, they submit all the information. So आ गया, but when I log in as an admin, you know, but I want this in English. So I will simply select English, everything is in English. So, you know, let's say someone from Telugu states, you know, everything is in Telugu. If someone from Tamil state, you know, everything is in Tamil. And when I see Tamil, you know, when I click,
ऊपर पेज ये
it
है.
speak, it, you know, it gives everything in Tamil. So that's the beauty of it, you know, not only in Indian languages, you can hear this in Russian language, this is in Russian.
Как вас зовут? Будущ.
Let's say someone filled the form in Russia. Okay, now you simply come here and you will put it in example. Let's say you are from Gujarati. You'll put everything in Gujarati and you hear this in Gujarati. Are you getting my point, or you want me to repeat? I will just do this in Telugu so that you believe that it's not only in one language. You can do it in any language, but I don't speak other languages. A little bit Kannada, so maybe I will try to. You can simply click, whatever language
మీ
you want.
పేరు ఏమిటి?
So once it's asking what is your name, Buddha Chandrasekhar, and just to go
మీ ప్రస్తుత చిరునామా ఏమిటి?
New Delhi, and you have pause also. You can pause so that if it's a very big sentence you want to speak, if you want to pause in between, you can pause, or once you finish, then it will give all that information there.
మీ నైపుణ్యాన్ని జోడించండి.
Software,
మీ అనుభవాన్ని గుర్తు చేసుకోండి.
20 సంవత్సరాలు. So I'm just speaking in two different speakers. It's giving. So you will hear.
మీ పేరు
So they
ఏమిటి?
submit.
బుద్ధా
And from the
చంద్రశేఖర్.
admin is from Hindi language, you will just simply select Hindi, उसके हिसाब से पूरा आपके सामने आए. So this is again another very important thing what we have created. And another tool which we have created, which is very very beautiful tool what we have created was this is for the for the advanced translators, as I mentioned few minutes back. So see here we assigned a lot of lectures to the translators, and these lectures basically they will edit part by part. Let's say it's a 500 pages book. It loads part by part. It automatically splits. Then it loads the document. It has lot of functionality attached to it. I don't want to go into all that functionality, but it has lot of functionality we have. So how a translator registers, I will just quickly show you that and come back to the next tool. So they need to go to our translation.AICTE-NMEICT.org. On the top there is a register as translator/validator. So they will pick here, and it will ask for for the few basic. It will say these are the languages. You please proceed. It will ask have you ever did Swayam course translators as a translator or a validator? What is that you want to play a role? It's a translator. Then immediately you will see all engineering, or you want to do a translation of FTCCL or a IGNO or a self-phase. Let's say it's a IGNO. So immediately it will give is it a BLS course or test discipline? What is the discipline? Within that what is that course? In which language you want to translate? From English to which language? For example, I can say I want to translate from English to Telugu and proceed. It will ask some questions. You will say yes, no, and what is your current self-assessment level. You will fill all this form. Then you will get a login details of that tool where we will give a 3 pages of POC first. Then once they work on that 3 pages POC, we validate, then we will assign the actual work and the translator will get paid. So that's a wonderful tool what we have created. So I will quickly switch towards the other tool which we have. Example is voice speech. Maybe I will show you the Government of India schemes. See again, this is also for an uneducated person if he wants to know government schemes. Very simple. You will just select an example. Is from Hindi, so he will click on Hindi. Everything he will see all the governments of India schemes. He will see it and he can click and he can listen about that scheme.
आयुष्मान भारत राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य संरक्षण योजना AICTE का उद्देश्य देश में 50 करोड़ लोगों के लिए स्वास्थ्य सेवा तक मुफ्त पहुंच प्रदान.
समझिए वो सुन लिया, but then after that he can do a voice search and he can ask a question. So we have even that capability also. As this is not for you mainly, but I'm just demonstrating this capability to you. I will show you another very interesting tool we have. Let's say you want to give a lecture and you are keep on talking, and then you want that to be in other 12-13 languages. So how you can do it? I will show you. We have created this voice recording tool. What happens? Let's say I'm speaking in Hindi. So I can normally the web tools basically takes a recording only up to 12 seconds. After that it auto switch off. But we have written our own Make in India wrapper on top of it, voice API. So basically it has a capability of recording up to 45 minutes. And you can even pause also in between. You can come back and do it. So I will just do it a small test and show you. And I will show you other beautiful things what we do here. मेरा नाम बुद्धा चंद्रशेखर, मैं दिल्ली में रहता हूँ. So I can pause also. This is an option and I can resume. Thank you, धन्यवाद. And I can stop recording. Once I stop recording, what happens? It compares that data and immediately it will give you the Hindi में हिंदी पहला आपको मिल जाएंगे. But now let's say I spoke in a male language, but I need this in a female language. And female language, that too I need this in Tamil. So first you will get the Tamil translation immediately, and you will get a voice of a Tamil language translated.
வேண்டுதல் வசிக்கும் என் பெயர் புத்த சந்திரசேகர். நன்றி.
And you can download this as an audio file and you can attach it anywhere or you can send it to any. So let's say the same thing, but you want that in male voice, but you want that in English. Okay, so immediately you can put that in English and you can convert it to speech. That's what we did multiple mics, so it is not picking properly.
My name is Buddha Chandrasekhar, who lives in Bengaluru. Thank you.
So you can download this as audio file and you can attach this audio file as anywhere you want, to YouTube, or you can send it to anyone, or your audio book, anything. See, now it is speaking in male voice. Right now, if you want this in Japanese, okay, so this is in Japanese. You can download this text also from here, or there is a copy option or a share option. You can share, or you can simply click on convert.
私の名前はメンテに住むブッダちゃんとらせがあるです。感謝感謝。
Basically do all this, and you can do a voice duration or a pitch. You can change the pitch and voice duration also. It has all those ingredients in place. As is mentioned, a lot of other languages you can do it in Spanish, Arabic, German, Japanese, Korean, Gujarati, all the languages. But we have another very interesting one which I will come to the speech message. But before that, I will show you the text messaging, where you can do a text to text. Example, let's say you have some text. How you can use that this tool. I will just show you example. There is some text here. I'm just copying this text. Okay, so this text you want to translate. So what you do is you simply go to this text to text and paste it here, and you can say I have this in English mail, but I want this in text as well as I want this in an audio file. So first you translate it, see how fast it translated. Now you can listen to this.
आप अधिकतम 30 पृष्ठों के साथ एक फाइल का अनुवाद कर सकते हैं.
And you can download
यदि
this
आप
file.
20 से अधिक पृष्ठों का अनुवाद करने के लिए
And वो
उत्सुक
फाइल
हैं,
आप कोई भी
तो
जगह
कृपया
पे
लिखें.
आप अटैच कर देंगे. You can copy paste, you can do anything you want. And in click of a second, everything gets translated. This is on the text to text. I will show you one more very interesting. I will show you that on the video because we recorded for the demonstration purpose, as I need to do everything. So I will just quickly show you that. Then I will open up for questions. Feel free to ask any questions you have. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can see. So see, now another problem in our country is, let's say there is a student, or the person is from two different language. People wants to speak with each other or wants to do some business. How they will do it? So now one person is taking interview of another person, and one person is speaking Hindi and other person speaking South Indian language. How they will interact with each other? Instantly. Using a video format. I would like to demonstrate that. So one person is taking interview of another person, a candidate. So he will turn on his camera. So he is the one who is taking interview. So So first it will say 1, 2, 3 preview, then you can speak.
नमस्ते साईं, इस इंटरव्यू में क्वालिफिकेशंस को थोड़ा विस्तार में हमें समझाने में ताकि
So because this person, while registration he put it in Telugu, the other person, so everything you will get it in Telugu.
ఈ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో పాల్గొన్నందుకు ధన్యవాదాలు. మీ విద్యార్హతలను మాకు కొంచెం వివరంగా నమస్తే సార్, నేను బీటెక్ ఈసీ కంప్లీట్ చేసిన డెమోడ్ యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి ఇంకా నా 12th స్టాండర్డ్ ఎంపీసీ తీసుకొని అందులో 95% స్కోర్ చేశాను. ఇది థ్యాంక్ యూ. నమస్తే నమస్తే సార్, నేను బీటెక్ ఈసీ కంప్లీట్ చేశాను డెమోడ్ యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి. नमस्ते सर, मैंने भी एक ईसी उत्तर लिया है या विद्यालय से अलग एक ईसी लिया और इसमें 99% स्कोर किया। यह मेरी शैक्षिक योग्यता है। धन्यवाद।
I hope you got the point, right? I mean, this has a very powerful tool. Now we are even moving ahead and creating. Stop sharing the screen for a minute. Now we are even creating a very advanced prompt-based image and video creation. So, because what is happening, let's say one student wants to experience something, so it is getting very difficult for them to experience. So they simply come and they will say, I want to see the moon, but tour of a moon with a moonlight. So basically it creates an image as well as video for the student. So we are even moving that advanced prompt-based large learning models, so that the student can have best of the best and customizable and personalizable experience from Ministry of Education. So I thank everyone for giving this opportunity. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer.
Thank you for a nice presentation, Chandrasekhar ji. Only thing our question is, you have to permit us to translate more than, the prescribed pages. Now we have limited it to 20 pages.
Sir.
If there are 200, 300, maybe 700, 800 pages, then we have to translate them. It is better if you can enable us for doing it. That's what our team members were asking me. Therefore, on behalf of them, I am asking you this question.
Sir, thank you, sir. Sir, one fundamental problem with the internet is that the transfer bit size is very small. So what happens? It takes lot of time to translate these 800 pages. So basically, what we are doing for all others is they are sending the files. Example, Kerala High Court, Telangana High Court. They all are sending the big files to us. We are translating and giving them back, because on our machine, the click of a second like this, it translates. But when you do the same in online, because the online tools passes through the HTTP protocol, it takes lot of time for you, and sometimes it will go timeout of the browser, so that it may not translate everything, because it's a limitation of the internet, not of the our tool. So I suggest, sir, as of now, you please kindly send us. We will do it and give it to you. But we will try to figure out a way how we can, enable this online.
किताब लिख रही हो? अच्छा लिख रही हो?
Editing part we can carry out, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Editing, because let's say it's 800 pages. Our tool has a capability of breaking that into 50. Then they can simply edit and at the end it will merge all 800 pages together.
हम उसका डिटेल भेज देंगे. हाँ कल जल्दी भेजेंगे.
Sir, any others has any questions, sir?
Dr. Kamsal from Bangalore University. Sir, shall I take?
Yeah, please.
Nice presentation, sir. I have gone through two particular questions. One is that is it number of pages can be restricted or the size of the file?
Sir, it's the size of the file only the basic problem. But what happens? The best format for any translation is underscore. Because every element is individual, and another beauty of this particular tool is you can edit every element and every element property also. And so the size of the comparison of the file is little higher. But the beauty is you can edit amend anything you want. So that's where I suggest with that file clause we will break. I mean, we have a system which automatically breaks that file into smaller chunks and put it back to that editor so that you can simply easily edit. And once you finish the editing, there is a merging option where you can merge the let's 200 pages file. We made it to 4 pieces, 50 pages each. Once after you finish the editing, we can merge these 4 files together as a one large file, and you can download that using.
Sorry, do you suggest in such a way that we ourselves break the file into, for example, 10 pages each? We'll go on converting every 10 pages, then we'll merge at one stretch from the another.
See, there is no proper tools available in the market where you can split the files correctly. What happens? It goes here and then your entire format will go off. So we have one advanced tool, very advanced, where you can simply once we give that to our tool, it splits exactly without spaces, without affecting your format, etc. And we will upload that. I mean, unless until it's a confidential, maybe we will see what we can do. But if it's a general book, then you can send it to, we will do it and split it and give it back to you.
Fine, sir. Fine from my end.
Namaste. I am Professor Girisha from Pune University, Karnataka. So, is there any specification for the file format? If it should be in PDF or in Word?
Sir, it works on 4 to 5 formats as I mentioned earlier. One is Word, the second one is PDF, the third one is PPT, the text format, and if you have image also, it has extraction capability.
If you have the scanned copy,
Yeah, I'm coming to that one. Yeah, I know, I got special income. I'm coming to that one. So if you have Excel also, it has a capability of taking Excel file also and can do. So coming to the scanned copy, see, we tried all available scanners in the world, but nothing worked. Then we have written our own scanner, which was very powerful. And recently, I'm happy to share that one of the yoga guruji from Bengaluru only, they published their yoga book in 1870s. So our scanner scanned it and translated that book. So we have created our own scanner which has the capabilities. But what I realize sometimes, the kind of scanning what they do, right? They do with shadows and all. That time it may fail. But if the scanning is good, then we have a very powerful scanner. Maybe I know a lot of scanners available in the market. We tried all, but we failed. Then we have created our own very powerful scanner, very advanced. It has the capabilities, but having said that, if it has too many shadows, then it may not work well.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, namaste. Professor Buddha sir, it's an excellent software, a great contribution. It's wonderful to know. Can we send through PDF, or do you want us to send it through Word to you for translation?
Madam, both works for us, but for the efficiency is what matters, right? So in the
Yeah.
if you want the best efficiency, then Word is better. Even if you have
Word.
InDesign file also, by the way, it accepts InDesign file also, because we have written one component which translates InDesign to Word, and then we will do a translation. We even have that. But having said that, if you have a Word file, if we do a translation, using Word, then you will get surprised. I mean, some people are saying, I don't know, I don't believe, but some people are saying that it does 95% translation and all. Maybe just to make me happy, but because I know about my tool very well, it does 85%, 90%. Not 95%, but if you have the better English you have, right, the better it translates. And slowly we are trying to move towards the Sanskrit as a linked language. I think and we even added I don't want to say this, but little contextual based, so that the tool will think like a human. So another fundamental difference between a Google translator and this, Google basically takes word by word and translates, but we take the entire sentence and we translate. So that's the reason you see the sentence will come very beautifully, almost human written. So that's again another fundamental difference between other tools. I'm not saying only Google, but others also has. But they spent $5 trillion US. We spent some 30 lakh rupees or less than 30 lakh rupees, and we created all these tools.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, this is
I
Jay.
have one more question. I'm sorry to ask you several questions.
No problem.
If you do not have a soft copy, if you have only hard copy of the book, is there any way you have an automatic scanner? If you send the hard copy of the book, do you have the arrangement to get it scanned and get it converted and send it to us? Would it be too much work otherwise?
Yeah, sir, we are only 4 people team, so we can't scan.
Yeah,
Someone
I
scans.
thought if you have the automatic scanner.
Yeah, no, sir.
Make
We have a very advanced OCRing process software which we have written. So if someone scans and send it to us, then we can put it to that OCRing software and do the rest. But we have no. We all are simply technologies. We don't have any administrators here who can do all this work. Other non-technical work. So someone is to scan and send it to us, then we can do that.
Yeah, I
Sir,
just
the
want
mobile
to know,
place,
because in our place the scanning may not be very good. If they scan the copy, it is not good, then it may not be convenient to translate. That was the reason I was just thinking whether you have that facility. I understand your problem. Thank
I think
you.
the mobile-based scanners can be used, the clear scanner or cam scan kind of thing can be used, where the OCR is also recognized. Anyway, sir,
Sir, may I? This is
congratulations. It's a wonderful tool. It's a wonderful tool. I have a couple of questions to ask. The translation that is made from Google to this one, Anuvadini, is quite different. And again, I congratulate you for, because it's only text-based here, it's image-based and PDF-based, and again, various things are there. 2 issues I found. It may be my mistake also. When you translated the caption "Make in India," it was translating as it is in Hindi, "Make in India." जहाँ पे आपने convert कर दिया कि भारत देश, लेकिन it should be when you translate from English to any of the Grandian languages or any of this language, it goes in the reverse order. भारत में बनाया हुआ, ऐसा कुछ आना चाहिए था. Is it that the caption are not translated or translated as it is?
No, just to show you the workflow capability, because it has not only a translator, it has a working and also built in. So we have written some rules. What we said, few things you don't translate. See, because what happens, Google just blindly translates, but there is no rule engine attached to it. Example, let's say in Kannada or Telugu, the numbers, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, if I ask you to, if it translates in Telugu, example number 4, I don't know how it represents, because in schools also now we are putting only Roman numbers. So what we did, as we started encountering such problems, what we did, we initially written a rule engine on top of this translation tool, where we say that, you don't translate this, so that, so if the rule is there, it won't translate. So we have even that capabilities in order to show, else it translates as it is, however you want.
Sorry,
My
sorry for
second
interrupting.
basically,
One second.
it's only one more minute. I have.
Yeah, let Rajesh finish, then I will take the next.
Yeah, the second question is, you have made a wonderful translation tool, but what are the limitations which we generally, or you have encountered and we have not worked on it? Because if we, in case, encounter it tomorrow, let us be prepared for it.
Yeah, I mean, see, I still see this as a co-pilot. Okay, when I say co-pilot, it's not a pilot of an aeroplane, you are the pilot. The translator is the pilot, it's a co-pilot. It is helping. It is speeding up your entire process. Let's say you have 200, 300 books, of 500 pages. It takes like next 2 to 3 years to finish, right? But here what it does a raw translation for you. And please keep in mind, it's not a human. See, human brain is very powerful. We can really do anything we want. We can do any kind of a jugaad, which machine can't. And I still strongly believe that, this is just like a slave for us, as of now. So this just follows the command, I have written a command saying that don't translate this, and numbers don't translate. Example, you put it things in this way, and don't translate the special characters. It just follows, but slowly it is increasing the intelligence. And then the context is the main thing. See, sometimes what happens, humans are more emotional beings. Because it's a non-emotional document, it's simply translated. But imagine there is a novel which you want to translate. Novel has lot of context related here and there, and it has lot of references back and forth. And the mission fails basically. So slowly we are teaching with the help of this Sanskrit. Kind of a linked language, that is what I call Sanskrit as a linked language, very complex and very beautiful language, and I think, most of the world language derived out of it, because other languages are very simple if you compare with Sanskrit. So Sanskrit has another beauty, it has a linkage. And sir, Rajeshji example, there is one word in Sanskrit, it defines the entire sentence, which no other language has that capability. So we are trying slowly to see how we can take it towards that level, so that the mission will become much advanced. So having said that, the context is one limitation. We are writing lot of neural networks on the background, but as I know, how this Anuvadini works, because we are playing with their code on a daily basis. We are trying our best, but still I see only 5 to 10% it understand the context, not too much. But the normal books, if you give right, it does very well, beautifully formatted, because formatting is the biggest problem. I wrote 4 books still with me, because the formatting is the biggest challenge. So I'm so lazy enough, every day I open my books, I will feel happy that I wrote 4 books, and I will keep it back, and again I'm back to my work. So formatting, I think, is the biggest problem, which it solves along with the translation, and it sticks back to the same location, which is very important.
One last component. It's not a query, but it could be, as you have added the audio clipping conversion, or maybe dictation kind of a software that you have brought in. If in case, it's only a solution kind of a thing, if it is possible, I don't know, I may be asking too much. Since there is a variation in terms of our expressions, or whether there are any variations in terms of modulations, can it be converted into different fonts, or maybe those kind of things, if it can be added, that might add value for this?
See, there's a problem, because a few minutes back you heard the Pradhan Mantriji, right, in Kannada. Are you able to hear his voice?
Yeah, I could hear.
There is a danger in AI, sir. Basically, even though we know how to clone everyone's voice, but there is a limitation. See, I think we need to understand. Let them be a co-pilot, not the pilot. It is very dangerous. If you give everything to the mission, then it will in next 6 months it will dominate all the humans. I think that is where the people are saying ChatGPT 5 is not allowed, because it is just going out of your hand. I think very dangerous. So sometimes what happens, how do you train, based on the training it works, right? So we need to be little careful. So that's the reason we even have lot of advanced methodologies in the mission, but we don't want to use it as of now. We will slowly go, try to go step by step, because now as of now the machine even has of understanding the wavelength of the voice, and it understands the frequency of the voice. But we just kept it that as it is, because the minute we give the emotion to the machine, right, then it will just go crazy. So that's where we want to make sure it doesn't really go to that level, but we have a capability which we are limiting to a very very on a very lower level as of now. But slowly, once people accept these basic fundamental things, then we will slowly release that also.
Thank you.
Sir, with permission from Professor Dimegowda, I have already started, translating. So then I found we could do online only 20 pages. That's how he gave me a reference too. With respect to this, I want to share 2 points with you, sir. The I am converting it to Word document. The Word document itself needs to be, edited, and therefore I will be able to send it to you for translation. So it is a very lengthy process. So when you are, upgrading your app, I think you should give us also some, kind of, tool that which will help us to go in directly to scan and do it, because even if you scan, we have to definitely convert it into Word. We are unable to do it. So this is one strong suggestion that I wanted to just give it to you, sir. Otherwise, the tool is excellent. Thank you. Please kindly send me, as you sent me a message, right? Please send me your requirement. We will look into it, because lot of other high priority things which we are trying to do it now. We build more than 400 plus dictionaries. So for each and every sector, segment, the dictionaries are ready. So now, but we have total 1700 unique dictionaries which we want to build. So we are working on that. We are working a lot of other important tools. Definitely, please send us. We will definitely look into it, and we will prioritize and we will work. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I think Nagarajaji, you want to...
Sir, Just I want to add, sir, actually, author may procure an e-version of the book in a PDF, then you can go for the translation. What's your opinion, sir? Rather than scanning, if scanning is fine. For example, if I buy an e-version of the book, then it makes me an easier task for us also to do the translation part.
See, this is the one use case you are talking about. I appreciate your use case. आप एक बार मुझे WhatsApp कीजिए. Requirement. Let us see how it works and what we can do. Any other questions?
Professor Pandit, do you have any questions?
So, what about the copyright of the book?
And that anyway we have to find out with them. We have to do it at our level. We will talk about it later. Professor Karikar?
Sir, namaste, sir. I have
Do
a
you have
question.
any questions, please?
Sir, I have a question, sir. The question is, if you are translating the technical books like chemistry, biology to other language, so how far this is going to be exactly the same?
As you mentioned, we have a dictionaries for each and every stream. So, example, for chemistry, we have a dictionary in all 13 Indian languages. So, based on, you need some editing, as I said, at least, but it will give a better, version. Why don't you just try it out and see? And someone is asking, do you charge? For few books, we don't charge. If you are trying to do hundreds of or thousands of books, then maybe some commercial entity will come into picture. Else it's free, you just use it.
whatever we do, it is only for the UGC purpose we are doing it. They are asking us to translate, to produce materials in Kannada. That is the reason. For that purpose we are doing it. Yeah.
Sir, it's free, sir.
I'm only for that reason only I have requested my colleagues to help us.
Sir.
Yeah, in doing in making translation, and of course before we take up original book writing.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? Sir,
Will you provide your contact details, sir, if you have any questions?
Sir, yes, but I will stick here.
I have all the details. I can forward the same to you.
Okay, sir.
All others, yeah. We thank you very much, Budhayati. It was very useful to us. I think it really educated us.
Sir, always, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
It
very
was a
much.
learning experience for all of us.
Thank you, sir. सर एक बार यूसी चेयरमैन सर को पूरा बता दीजिए सर, सो दैट
हल्ला हो रहा था काफी डिपार्टमेंट में उनके
तो सर नागेश जी
क्रोएशिया जाना है उसको कोई वर्कशॉप चेयर करने से चेयर करने
someone from UGC
एप्लीकेशन आया था लीव का ड्यूटी लीव का इसका मुझे हल्ला बोला कि वो चलता हुआ कमेटी बना रखे थे इससे पहले
It was wonderful presentation, Chandrasekhar ji. It was really wonderful. And I'm from Vice Chancellor from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar
कमेटी में नया नाम देना है और ऐसा कमेटी को मतलब
Sir, we have a committee here also constituted by the state government and the ministry. And here also the state has taken up a work of translating all the text into regional language, mother tongue. So with your appointment, my two team members are here, Dr. Reena ji and Dr. Jivani ji, they are here with you. We would be inviting you here also in Gujarat to make presentations, sir. All the possible virtual.
happy to come to our state.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. It was really wonderful, very detailed presentation. Thank you.
Others have no other questions.
a very articulate presentation.
Thank you, Buddha ji. Thank you for the presentation. So very comprehensive, and I think if we will have some time again, then we can invite you.
Family members only, you know that.
Yes. Once again, very thankful so much from the on behalf of the Samiti and UGC. We can
Thank you.
Thank you, one and all.
हो गया जी रिकॉर्ड कर लिया हो ना? यस सर। यार हमको भेजो तो जरा उसको